Hi, this is Mary. Welcome back to the Paper Turtle, or welcome if you're new. I have a happy haul video for you today. This is, again, an accumulation of several thrift stores and estate sales and such. And it's time for me to do a haul video so that I can get it put away again. Oh, you should see my room. It's horrible. One of these days I might be brave and do a video and show you my room. But right now I can't because it's just in really, really cluttered shape. It's horrible. All right, so just to get these off my desk, I'm going to do the books that I have found first. The first one is a Thomas Kinkade book. I'm not a huge Thomas Kinkade fan. I mean, I think his stuff is pretty, but I'm not like, you know, one of those gaga Thomas Kinkade people. I think that his stuff will be perfect for backgrounds on either a whole page background or to make tags and stuff. You know, imagine cutting out a portion of this. And I have to look through here and see if he has any beach scenes because I'm working on a beach themed journal right now. Look at it, they're so pretty. They really are pretty. And I think that they will make great, look at that, great backgrounds. So I picked one up and we'll see what I could do with it. That'll be fun to play with. And then I picked up this. It's Loving Treasures from the Silesian collection. I'm not sure what that means. But it's got, I think that they're like Bible poems and stuff. Well, not all of them. There's Emily Dickinson. But it's got poems, but it has these adorable little images. And so that's what I bought it for, was for the images. And I'll go through, and if there's some poems that I particularly like, I'll cut those out too. Look at the violets. Isn't that beautiful? So, yeah, this will be fun to go through and cut to pieces. Sorry, whoever put this together and published it, but just think of it as being repurposed, and your images and your poems will be loved in the future instead of sitting in a thrift shop. That's how I have to think of these things. So this will be fun. And this is also from that same Silesian collection. I'm guessing that's some religious thing. I don't know. I don't know religion, so I can only guess that because these are, maybe it says in the front, Silesian Missions, well, wishes to extend special thanks and gratitude to our generous poet friends. So, yeah, I guess it's a religious book, but look at those images. Aren't they? And they're perfect. These little ones are perfect sizes to put on tags. I love those. I love them. Oh, look at that one. That one's really pretty. Oh, I like that. So they're just perfect for tags and journaling cards, or to put on the corner of a page or something like that. Two cute kitties. So that one was pretty. So I like those two books. I picked up, every once in a while I see the little golden books for, you know, quarter, 50 cents. I pick them up. I might probably sell some in my Etsy shop because I have so many. I will never ever make that many little golden book journals. I haven't never even made one. So I don't know why I keep picking these up, because I find them for cheap. That's why. So anyway, then oh, this is not for junk journaling. This one I picked up to read. It's Mr. and Mrs. Fitzwilliam Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. It's a continuation. I don't generally like these types of books because it's not Jane Austen. You cannot duplicate Jane Austen. You cannot, and I don't even think it's right to continue her stories. But they are kind of fun and interesting to read if they're written well. So it was, I don't know, a quarter or something, so I picked it up. I'll put it in my pile of books to read. And I picked up this one, The Pied Piper of Hamelin, which is illustrated by Kate Greenaway, and that's why I picked it up. for her illustrations because they are so cute. Look at these illustrations. And the paper is, I don't know if it, or I guess it originally was this yellowed color, but it's really looks very vintage. And I don't know how old the book is. Nope. It does not have a date in it. Okay, this date due on here looks like maybe it was 1982. Maybe. So the book predates 1982. You know, I'm sure it's not super old, but the illustrations are fun. And maybe a journal cover. We'll see. Okay, then I got some playing cards, which I have an obsession with playing cards, and I don't know why. And I will never, ever use all the playing cards I have. I'm putting some in my Etsy shop. I'm going to put a few up, see how they do. If they don't do well, I don't know what to do with them. So, these are just, they're trees. They're going to go good in a little nature journal. And again, I don't know when I'm going to make all these journals I'm buying this stuff for, but hey, I have the stuff if I ever end up making the journals. And then these cards, as you can see, are birds. And it doesn't appear that they are two different. Usually when you get them like this, two decks, they're two different cards, two different pictures. But these appear to be all the same picture on the front. They're not even two different colors. So that's that's odd, I think. I don't know. I guess there's games that you play using two decks of cards and you don't need them to be different, or you don't want them to be different. So that's what these would be for. I don't know. And I don't even know if that's a full deck. I didn't check. I don't care. I'm not using them to play cards with, so. Excuse me. Then, oh, little things here and there. Oh, here's some round playing cards, which I just thought were cute and different. These would be really good for those round ATC things that everybody's making now. What are those, 2 inches, 2.5? This is about 2.5 inches across, so I guess that's the size they're making. I haven't made any yet, so I'm not sure, but I think that's the size. So that'll be fun to play with. I can stick some of those in tuck spots in a journal. And I spotted these, and I know that people use these for washi tape. So I grabbed them. I don't know, what did I pay? 50 cents for them. Good little find. These I picked up at a yard sale. There's a... Why are they stuck together? They're stuck together for some reason. This one's got the key has a loop on it that is stuck on the stick pin. There. Okay, this is a really cute little stick pin with a locket. Look at that. Can you see that? Isn't that adorable? I think I got all 3 of these for like $1. And this is a key with a little bit of bling on it. That'll be great hanging on the spine, right? And then this is just another little key, and it's got a loop on it, so I can use it as a charm. So I wasn't expecting to get these for as little as I got them for. So I was happy with that. Then, oh, here's another deck of cards. These were at a thrift store, and the cards were loose all over the shelf. there's 2 decks worth of cards, and they're all, again, all the same picture. And they, I gathered them up and I took them up there with some other things that I bought. And I said, I don't know how much these are. They were just scattered all over. And she says, oh, I'll just give them to you. So these were free. So that was nice. They were from my beach journal, which I should leave those out because that's what I'm working on right now. And let me see, what else do I have here? There was at an estate sale a plastic bucket, and I'll show you that in a minute. That's over on the floor. But inside the bucket, among other things, were these things here. So there's a couple of packages of doilies, good size ones, some medium size ones, and these. Now these, I wasn't sure what they were, so, but they looked pretty, so they were in the bucket, so I just grabbed the whole thing. And these are, they're silk. They're embroidery on silk. Wait, that one's still taped in. This one I took out. And I don't know if they are hand embroidered. I think that they are. And one of these had, yeah, this had something stamped on it. It says, silk hand embroidery made in China. And this thing is gorgeous. I don't know if you can see it. It's old. You can tell that it's old. And I don't know if it is hand embroidered or not. I don't know how to tell those things. I mean, if this is the packaging for it, it says it's hand embroidered. That's the back. If that's hand embroidered, they did an awesome job on this. So I'm picturing it as a cover. I don't know exactly how I would do it, but I think I can do it. So there's that one, and there's this one. And it's soft, it's silk, and it's just, oh my goodness, it's just gorgeous. And again, it has the silk hand embroidery made in China on it. So I'm not sure what they were made for, or what they were used for, or anything, but I know what I'm going to try to use them for. I'm just going to put it back in here. It's not covered. They were in plastic. I think they were in here. I don't know if that's the price tag for this item or not. I have no idea. That's not what I paid for it. Like I said, this stuff was all in a box, and I think I paid like $1 for the whole box, and there was other stuff in it. I've got it over here on the floor. I'll show it to you in a second. And then, sorry, I don't mean to rustle the bags. I hate that. But I'm just putting the things in the bags after I show them to you. And this was a piece of ribbon. I don't think there's too much on here, and it feels almost papery, but I thought it was pretty. And it's obviously a little older. It's got kind of a, not really gold on it. It's just, it's shiny, a little bit shiny. But yeah, it was pretty. I don't know, 50 cents I think I got it. Yeah. And this was not in the bag when I bought it. She put it in the bag and stapled the bag. I like the bag she put it in though. It's got, if you can see it, it's just a little plastic bag. It's got stars on it. I'll use that. But it is a necklace. It's strung so I can unstring it, and I just liked the beads. They're different colors, and I needed some colored beads. I tend to have all the same color. So that's why I picked that up. I think this was $3. A little bit more than I would normally spend for jewelry to cut apart. But like I said, I needed the colors, and they were there. This I paid 50 cents for. It was half price. It has not been opened. It's not anything old. It came from Michael's. It's just note cards and envelopes, but I liked the size of the envelopes. And the note cards are cute too. I'll use those too. Let me see if I can show you. I'll look at them myself for the first time. If I can get these. Boy, they make these boxes so that nobody's going to open them up in the store and steal anything. I bet they still do though. Okay. They are, they're kind of glossy. They're not anything special. But look at how cute these envelopes are. Aren't those cute? Yes, I can make my own, but I saw them and they were 50 cents. So there's pinks and greens. And these are cute. So those will go in my journals. Those are fun. And I also got these Post-it-lets. Those are the ones that you fold up and put the seal on. Here, we'll open them up. They appear to be, what was these? Precious Moments or something? This is from Hallmark. When were they popular? In the 80s, maybe? I don't remember. I don't know if there's a... Oh, 1972. And earlier than I thought. So, you write a letter in there, fold them up, address it, and put a stamp on it. I like these. I like to tuck these into my journals. And it's just a ready-made journaling spot. And then they usually come with, seals. So that when you would fold them up, you put the seal on it and it seals them up and you mail it out that way. I used to have a bunch of these when I was, when I had pen pals, way back when I was a teenager. In the 70s, I would have used these. I might have had, no, I didn't have these same ones, I don't think. I might have, I don't know. Probably not the same ones, but very similar ones. So, I always pick those up because I like those. And this was just something at it's 25 cents at an estate sale. It's a binder folder thing that's in really good shape, but it has all this graph paper in it. And this one I thought was a little bit different. It's from the Eastman Kodak Company. I do not know how old. It says 01/79, maybe from 1979. It's graph paper, but I like the fact that it had that on the top. So for a quarter, this was a pretty good buy. And then I got, there's more, a Stampin' Up! Stamp, sealed, has not been used, chocolate chip color for $1.95. I hope it's not dried up. I don't know. Let's find out. I know that Stampin' Up! Stuff is very expensive, thus I don't own any. But I do know a Stampin' Up! Rep, and I have used her products, so I know that they are good products. And I always fumble with the ink things because I don't know how to use them. Here, we'll do this. Ta-da! Beautiful! I love it. Love it, I love it, I love it. I'm going to clean my stamp off. This is my paper turtle stamp. That's what I use on my stuff. The paper turtle stuff. Alright, so this $1.95. That, you cannot beat that. I picked up another flowers book. I love these books to cut out these individual flowers from. I use them a lot. Somebody's address label in there. The paper is nicely aged, and it's a good weight paper, and I love these books. And this is another one. These, I like these. They're very botanical looking, and they're in squares, so I could cut out the whole square and use that, put it on something to use as a tag or a journal box. They're not as flowery. Some of them are, but they're, you know, I can see them for a nice botanical type of book, you know, that has more sketchy stuff in it. Then I have, this is tissue paper. There's 10 sheets in here. I haven't actually looked at it. It was like a quarter, 50 cents or something. So I thought it was really pretty and something to play with. Oh, they're napkin-y feeling. They're very soft. Look how thin. This is going to be fun to decoupage with. Look at that. It's very thin, and it's got a gold, the outline of the flowers is gold. I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. But that is gorgeous. I like that. There was another one there, another package just like this, but it was very dark. It had a black background. It was very dark, and it wasn't calling to me, so I didn't get that one. I probably should have, because now that I'm feeling what these things feel like, I should have gotten it, but that's okay. This one will be fun to play with. You know, I don't need excess stuff. I have so much. I don't need to pick up every single thing I see. You would think I do, though, with all the stuff that I have. That'll be fun. And at the same thrift store, look at what I found, the 70s pattern. I think that is so funny. I wore clothes like that. I don't know, 1971. Actually, I was probably too young to wear clothes like that. But I remember those styles. And there's a lot of pattern paper in here. Somebody used it because it's been cut. But there's a lot of it in there. So that'll be fun. And I bet you on the instructions there's another picture too. Yeah, look at that one. That's funny. So, yep, that was a good find. I don't find very many old patterns anymore. I can find them from the 80s, but anything before the 80s is hard to find. So that one I was glad to find. And another book. This is A Token of Friendship. And again, I bought it for the illustrations. Look at those. Aren't they pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. I have a lot of cutting to do. I really do. I just made a little, I didn't really make it, and it's actually something I bought at the thrift store too. This, I bought this basket right here for 50 cents. I know I can get these at the dollar store, but it was 50 cents. So I got that, and then I made myself some envelopes, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to store my cutouts in here like this. So I made these envelopes, and this was the first one I tried to see if I could do it, if it would work right well. These are all my flower cutouts. That I sit watching TV, and I cut as I'm watching TV sometimes. So these are my flower cutouts, and then this one is shells. So all my small cutouts are going to go in here by category, and they're each going to be in an envelope. Don't they look pretty? I think they look pretty sitting in there like that. And then eventually, I know it won't take long, I'll have enough that I can stand them all up in here. This was my first try, and I wanted to make it a little bit bigger, so the next one I made a little bit bigger. Then the next one I made this part a little shorter. I think this is going to be the final version of it. So 50 cents. And this one, new first Spanish book. I just liked the age of it for one thing. I liked the illustrations in it. It's got old-fashioned drawings in it. And I like the Spanish type in it. Okay, aren't those cute? So this has multi-uses. And I'm going to have fun going through and cutting this up. And this is dated. 1916, I think that is. Let's see if I can see that a little bigger. Yep, 1916. And I probably paid 50 cents or $1 for it. I don't know. I think I got it in an estate sale. I picked it up. So it's a nice old book. It's nicely aged. And it's got a lot in here that I can use. Now, I took many years of Spanish in school, but I don't think that I could read this. I might be able to. I don't know. But it is completely written in Spanish. I think the cover's a little bit too roached out for me to use as a cover. I don't think I could clean that up enough to feel good about using it. I don't know. It's in really sturdy shape. You know, it's got wear to it, but it's not falling apart at all. But I'm going to cut it up anyway. Okay, then we have I bought this little bag for 50 cents. I don't know what's in here. Let's take a look. They're just fabric pieces, but I use these little pieces, so that's cute. Well, that's a thin, that's very thin. I don't know if you can see right through that, but that's not bad. Yeah, they're all squares, which is a nice size for flips. I guess it goes that way. All different colors. I don't know if this is, I don't know what feed sack fabric actually feels like, so I'm guessing this is just old cotton. It's kind of thin. Lots of pretty colors. Look at that one. These will be fun to play with. Lots of uses for these. That's pretty. I like that combination of pink and green. I did do one, I started a journal with pinks and greens. I think I might have this exact same pattern in a bigger piece. If not, it's very, very similar. Oh, that's pretty. That's very vintage looking. That reminds me of Minnie Mouse. That's pretty. That can be used in my lavender journal. Which I'm going to work on after I finish the beach journal I'm working on. And I'm making the beach journal because I'm making it to give as a silent auction item for my class reunion, which is in July. I hope I can make it well enough so that somebody actually wants to buy it. I don't know. I'm you know, fairly new at the junk journal thing, and I've given a couple as gifts, and you know, they like them, or they at least act like they like them, which is nice. But I don't know how the average person will like them. We'll see. It'll be a test to see if they're any good or not. And I picked up some more hem tape, of course. This one is a a green and it has a little scalloped edge to it. And then this one is a purple, a bright purple. And I think that well, the picture shows it has a scalloped edge too. Let me see. Yep, it does. Boy, that's a bright purple too. That is very purple. It's pretty though. So I have so much hem tape. I really should not buy any more. But if I see colors, different colors that I don't have, I try to pick them up just to have the different colors. And then this little bag, I don't know what I paid for this. It was one of those things that weren't marked, and I had grabbed a few things and brought them up, and usually they just kind of throw this stuff in there or charge 50 cents for it or whatever. This is pretty. That's nice old trim. This is real vintage. This is not newer to made look like. I can tell that it's older. This is pretty. Oh my goodness, that's real pretty. That'll make a nice belly band or pocket. Ooh, I can't wait to use that one. What am I going to use that on? My blue book, I guess. Oh, and this is pretty. This is a crocheted lace with ribbon going through it. That's really pretty. These are just small pieces. You know, this is, what, about 6 inches maybe? But that's all I need. You know, if you're just using it as a trim in your book or something, you don't need yards and yards and yards of it. So, you know, you pick up little tiny pieces like this, you only pay 50 cents for it. It's not a big deal. Let me see, what else do I have? Oh, okay, I have this, what I picked up for $3. And you know, this is brand new, it's sealed in the package. These go for $25 or $30 at Michael's. $3. And this is what I use in my scrapbooking, is the 12 by 12 albums. I didn't need it. I have a lot of them. But when you see a brand new one for $3, you pick it up because it's $3. And I got, excuse me, I have to stretch, 2 Reader's Digest books. They had more, but I've got several already. I don't need more, but I liked the covers on these. This one is a brown, little floral in the squares. Book is in pretty good shape. It doesn't feel like it's been opened, and it's almost got a more leathery feel. This one is like in really good shape. I have no idea what the books are. The Distant Summer, the Olmec Head, something like that. The Matthew Tree, The Splendid Torments, and Harry's Game. So there's probably not any good pictures in it. You know, once in a while, Reader's Digest has some decent pictures, but not usually. So I just use the paper. And this paper isn't aged a whole lot. So that'll just go in a pile somewhere probably. And then this one also has the same type of cover, but in a golden color, which I thought was a little bit different, so that's why I picked it up. Excuse me. And then I have, this is the container that I told you those doilies and those silk things were in. And I paid $1 for, no, maybe $2 for the whole container with all those doilies and silk things. This was at the same estate sale. It was not in the, oh, my husband's Valentine's. It was not in the box. So I paid an extra something for this. And these are nice envelopes. They have a blue tint to them, but they're real heavy. It says 25% cotton fiber, so I'm guessing that's why they're so nice. Oh my goodness, these are not flimsy envelopes. I've already used some of them in the journal I'm working on, my beach journal, which I'll show you in another video. But in this box also were some smaller doilies. I got all these doilies. These are nicely aged. So I have all these doilies. Oh, they smell like cigarette smoke. I got to do something about that. And then this package of, these were made in Nottingham, England. It says Duchess Lace by Weatherall, Chaucer Court, Nottingham, England. I'm guessing that they were like a in a souvenir shop. And they are fabric doilies. So those are kind of fun. And a container, which I needed a container. Whoops. All the doilies just fell out of that package as I put it in the box. And I think that, let me make sure, because the last time I forgot stuff. Oh, this container here was also in the box. They're coasters. I think they're Christmassy. Yeah, because the container is Christmassy. They were just in the box, so I got them, but this needs to be cleaned. And I'll get rid of the container. I don't need that for anything. Yep, it looks like that is probably it. I got this wallpaper somewhere a while back. Looks like I paid 40 cents for it. Looks like it was $1.50 at Big Lots. It's got shells on it. And I'm getting ready to use that in my beach journal that I'm working on. Oh, hey, it's sticky. Oh, look at those pretty shells. Yeah. I'm going to do something with that. Very pretty. Oh, different ones. So, that's kind of cool. I haven't used any wallpaper in my books yet. And I think I'm probably just going to cut these out and put them on tags or something. But I suppose you could use it as a page. If I folded it like right here, that could be a page. I wonder if it would lay flat. I'm going to have to play with that and see if I can use that as a page. That's not a bad surface there. Alright. I think that that's it for today. Wait, here's another, I keep saying that's it, then I see something. I have these sitting on my table because I'm working on my book and I just spotted it. This is another wallpaper roll that I had bought a while back. This one's got a more shiny surface to it, and it has shells and a rope. So that one's real pretty too. Not sure how I'm going to use it, but I'll play around with it and figure something out. You'll probably see it on a future video somewhere, at least in the final flip through you will. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Then you'll know when I'm doing more videos. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you liked in my haul. Tell me how you would use something in my haul. Just tell me something. Just, you know, just kind of wave and say hi. And we'll see you the next time. It'll probably be either a flip through or a Let's Craft video. So, see you then. Bye-bye.